Rosalind Ediger is the head chef of Opus Restaurant at Beijing's Four Seasons Hotel. Along with Western cuisine, the restaurant also serves an everyday local Chinese speciality, stuffed pancakes. Rosalind likes to add Chinese elements to her dishes. Her gourmet destination is Tianjin, a city well known for its stuffed pancakes. Tianjin is a major port city, located just 100 kilometers east of Beijing.
天津菜我什么都不了解，除了麻花以外，我什么都不了解。我期待是天津肯定有好吃的。If I was to cook for Tianjin people, what is it that would make them satisfied? We'll have to see what Tianjin has to offer.
Zheng Hao is a well-known chef in Tianjin. He will be Rosalind's food guide.
因为天津菜呢，它其实有海河嘛，离海特别近，河海湾嘛，主要以河鲜和海鲜为主的主菜。
河鲜海鲜。
天津吃早餐呢非常的丰富。煎饼呢？煎饼有啊，天津最有名的煎饼果子呢。
我爱吃煎饼啊。
是吗？那没问题，我要带你吃一家最正的。
Rosalind hopes to learn the secrets of making Tianjin stuffed pancakes. She will get a chance to watch the locals prepare the local dishes. She may get an opportunity to try her hand at making some of it. In Tianjin, breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
果子。
对。
师傅，你干多少年了？
现在为止40年。
40年。
40年了，多厉害
！40年了，天天一样的。
对。
师傅，我能试一试吗？
来。
我要学一点。对啊。
人家都忘了。
我做的怎么样啊？
好。
好吗？第一次还可以。 这是我做的吗？
这是你做的。
哎呦，热的，太新鲜了。真是好吃。
对，外脆。里嫩，就是
新鲜的，很软的。
People are lining up for breakfast. The hustle and bustle surprises Rosalind.
坐。
哇塞！天津人的一日三餐啊，早餐是最重要的。
就是最重要啊！
我们小时候上学呀，家里必须要吃早餐。必须的，
吃很多，一大套，然后很有劲儿，然后可以开始上学。
Grilled bread cakes are popular in Tianjin. There are other favorites such as firm tofu, fried cakes and fried dumplings. Tianjin is where several rivers flow into the ocean. Centuries ago, it became a busy port. Dock workers needed physical strength, and they would eat a lot in order to have energy for work. Their breakfast was not only huge, but salty as well. This has continued to this day. The people of Tianjin love stuffed pancakes and will happily line up for breakfast. Like many other big cities in China, Tianjin offers popular dishes from all over the country and around the world, but fresh seafood is still the favorite. People in Tianjin are known for their humor, and Zhang is no exception. Rob's been living in China for several years. She's learned Chinese, but tongue twisters are still difficult for her.
烹剪6熟后，6熟不。
Seafood is best when it's fresh, and the place to find the catch of the day is the fishing port in Dunhuang, the easternmost port in Tianjin. The city was an important center for the fishing industry, but urbanization and decreasing fish stocks in the Bohai Gulf mean there are fewer fishermen. Dashentang is now Tianjin's last fishing village. Local chef Liu Jinggang comes to buy in Dashentang, but he doesn't find much he likes on this day. Prawns are popular, but are currently very expensive. It's also the season to enjoy crab roe. Chef Liu decides to buy some crabs to make a traditional dish. There are still 200 fishing boats at Dashentang. The wind is very strong, so few fishermen are venturing out. Nevertheless, some prefer windy days because they are best to catch prawns and crabs. Fishing is a traditional way of life that's falling victim to social changes. Young people do not want to do this hard work, and most of the fishing is done by older fishermen.
感觉5、6个人在这个小地方住不太舒服吧，真不容易啊。那在床上你吃什么？吃什么饭？
厨师的虾不吃啊，
为什么虾不吃？
这虾是太贵呀。
太贵啊！哎呀，太聪明了。
Rosalind visits Liu's restaurant to taste the traditional 8-pickled seafood.
呀！哇，那个臭啊！哎呦，活呢！我感有什么活
Not knowing what to expect, Rosalind is surprised by the saltiness of the dish. Chef Liu brings out another of his treasured delicacies.
螃蟹酱，
这个从古到今啊，汉武屈原这个家家都有这道这个东西。
这可以，
这么小？
对，就这么就足够了。
哦。那是
这个香。
这怎么吃啊？
这个就是就饽饽玉米饼的饽饽吃。
生喝水。就是盐太多了。
The crab sauce is not appealing to Rosalind, but it's a favorite of the local residents. It's easy to make. Sea crabs are minced and seasoned with salt. After 6 months of fermentation, the crab sauce is ready. In the past, even fishermen could not afford fresh fish every day, so they pickled all kinds of seafood. The mixture of seafood, sea salt and fermented protein was geared to their taste buds. After tasting the crab sauce, Rosalind seems to have become more eloquent.
过了酒，打了豆，再换6熟6酒6豆6生泡绿豆。
Thanks to an abundance of sea salt, the people of Tianjin are keen on using it to preserve seafood. More than a century ago, Tianjin was an international port with 9 foreign settlements. There are many well-preserved historic buildings in the European colonial style. Despite the influence of different cultures, the people of Tianjin have always preferred their own traditional delicacies.
您好，您好，您好。
哎呦，艾琳。
She was born in Tianjin, but like many other locals, his forefathers moved here from other parts of China. She was once a soldier and a driver, so he could travel everywhere and enjoy many different cuisines. He's interested in music, calligraphy, and is also a collector. But his favorite activity is cooking. He's going to make Rosalind a speciality of Tianjin, boiled fish with buns. He shops at this market frequently and can always get a good price. It may be tiny, but the top-mouth gudgeon can still make a delicious dish. In his yard, neighbors have gathered to lend a hand.
哎，你穿这个更漂亮了，啊？你好漂亮！
They wash the tiny fish very carefully.
这小鱼为什么那么好吃啊？
这小鱼吧，带着五脏特别香。那天津人、老人，尤其解放前，最喜欢吃的就是这个铁锅饽刀。
为什么呢？
平常的老百姓买大鱼买不起呀。
哦。
这个小鱼又便宜又好。哎，把大料。
She cooks the dish on an outdoor stove. A big wok is used. Every now and then, she will call his neighbors for a dinner party.
咱那有这种锅吗？
这种锅真没有。
没有吧？
我想我要一个。
要一个。
在我的。
After the oil is heated, green onions and ginger are added to the wok and the fish is cooked. Then soy sauce, vinegar, cooking wine, sugar and salt are added. When it is boiling, the buns can be stuck to the wok. Corn flour and water are mixed to make the buns.
就这么样，往上一贴就行了。 弄好看点，你弄得比我好看。啊，好玩吧？
好玩，
好玩吧？啊，好玩，好玩啊！太泥了。
No more firewood is added while the fish cooks. When the broth begins to evaporate, the buns are ready. After half an hour, the dish is ready to serve.
Ready？
好，1、2、3，好，漂亮，
漂亮，真好，感觉想吃啊，很香啊，
香吧？
对呀、
使劲，哎，好，反过来，反过来，
翻过来，翻过来，
看，哇，看，漂亮吧？
漂亮。
好，再见。
The buns are cooked. One side is soft and golden, while the other is crisp. The lower part is immersed in the fish broth and has a strong flavor.
哎，咱欢迎咱们的国际友人。哎，啊，这一杯，喝得高兴啊！快走，来，来来，尝尝尝尝味道怎么样？
咬口饽饽夹口鱼吃，啊，放这。
我也好，这有鱼筋，来，
香啊，必须跟饽饽一起吃。
对，这个这味儿跟这不一样是吧？
不一样，不一样。
这跟这个。
The buns are crisp and the fish is fresh. This is the flavor of Tianjin.
王老师您好，对，
您好，
天津有名的京菜大师王老师。
你们要学天津菜吗？
天津菜呀、
我今天做一道天津传统的代表菜——远流鱼扇。
This dish tests the basic skills of a chef. The fish comes from the river, a big grass carp weighing over 3.5 kilograms.
你来一个，
我来一个。
啊，好，往前走，往前走。你这还不点的时候，
这样。
哎，再来一点，用刀再来一点。好，走，下刀，立刚，哎，对，好，这就行了。
好多了，好多了，好老实，好老实。
Apart from the cutting, coating and pasting are also important. Coated on one side, the fillets are fried and bent like fans, forming the soft fried fish fans. The fried fish is dressed with a starchy sauce and flipped over.
甜的，第一个是甜的，也有酸味儿的。
这道菜的真正的口味呢，应该是鲜小酸甜儿，这甜和酸融合，就叫小酸甜儿啊。明汁儿忘油啊，旁边有点油，这汁儿不能太大了。这是天津菜溜菜的特点。
The most important thing is the flavor, which changes as it is eaten. There is one taste as a person first takes a bite, but then there's a different, but rich aftertaste.
你看今天这么多的好朋友，这儿还录像的哥们儿，我不知道他是哪儿的，你搁这录吧，没事啊。你同着在座的好朋友。
To take a break from the fast pace of life in modern Tianjin, people can enjoy comedy routines and while away the hours at a tea, eating sunflower seeds, listening to the performers, and enjoying a good laugh. It's midnight by the time the show is over. Like many other big cities in China, Tianjin is also a sleepless city. People are hungry after enjoying a night out, so it's time to grab a bite.
今天我们在这个地方是天津最好吃的煎饼果子。你看现在我们排的人很多。对。他们家的煎饼果子非常正宗。对，让你尝尝真正的煎饼果子。
好的。
For the most authentic stuffed pancakes, people in Tianjin are willing to wait. It will be a while before Rosalind can finally enjoy her prize.
注意到我们了，那个你吃什么？
我吃一个双鸡蛋果饼。
对，我来一套素的，素的一根果子啊。
Rosalind has tried many stuffed pancakes, and she has included them on the hotel breakfast menu. But what she now tastes is the most authentic.
软的，然后
软的，
很脆，是吧？
是的。
对。然后，
但是
你尝尝我那素的，你看，很好吃的。它虽然说里面没有鸡蛋，但是我觉得它那个豆子的清香在里边，非常好吃。
比较健康的味道。
比较健康味道，对。
哎呦，好香啊！
好香吧？这是二嫂子。你好，这是艾琳。
您好。是您的家人？
对。
是吗？
这两个穿白衣裳的是。这个是婆婆。 这个是我们公公，这俩穿白衣裳的。这是83年工业展览馆，83年也是小吃比赛，咱俩第一。
胜利果实，香吗？
很香。
In Yue's food stall, Rosalind can observe the art of creating stuffed pancakes, from grinding the mung beans to making the pancakes themselves. She makes her own sauce. This is the secret of her stuffed pancakes. Another trick is the proportions of mung beans, flour, and wheat flour. Yue's son, Sun Jixiang, fries the crisp center and makes pancakes for 12 hours a day. After work, he's too tired to have dinner.
你像我们用的那个煎饼果子里边用的葱花，这一天我们就得切，就像这么大个的盆吧，这一天就得10几盆的葱。
每一天一样的。对，
每天都是重复的。
哦，喂。
细节也很。
可能我不能这样干。不能这样干，但是你们都挺高兴啊，都挺。 骄傲啊！
对，慢慢好嘛，
慢慢好哈。啊，
慢慢好就高兴。
Late at night, they are still busy. In this modern city, the dedication of chefs and the devotion of customers ensure the traditional flavors are not lost. After tasting various Tianjin delicacies, Rosalind is now preparing to give something back to the locals.
I want to make my special dish at Shadai's house. I mean, they treated me so well. How can I not repay them and hope that they enjoy it?味道在壳儿里，跟你的小鱼一样呢，还的味道在这儿呢。哦。
The prawns and crab are local. The vegetables were planted by she. Rosalind cooks the stew with the shells, mixing the two flavors of freshwater prawns and crabs from the sea. After frying the vegetables, they are mixed with the prawns and crab meat and boiled in a stew. Rosalind hopes her Tianjin-flavored seafood chowder will appeal to her new friends. Rosalind cuts the buns into little triangles. Winter jujubes are diced and fried in oil, then dressed with lemon juice and honey. This will be the dessert. After 3 hours, Rosalind's culinary ready.
啊，是河的味道，河的味道还是海的味道？
海的味道大。
嗯。
The folks in Tianjin still need some time to adapt to the blended flavor of Chinese and Western styles.
我给你一个小惊喜。啊。好，感谢大家，谢谢您，谢谢你们。
我们也感谢。
非常好，倍儿好。They put the love into the food. They are the most warming, most welcoming, most friendly people than any place I've been in China, and you can see their pride in it, the food culture here in Tianjin. It's a really amazing feeling. I would love to come back.
The mutton is cooked by a Hui woman. Noodles are made by a Han woman. Top chef Hao Wenjie enjoys the flavors of Yinchuan. Hao also boldly creates a new delicacy for the locals. Join us for part 2 of One City, One Flavor.